Well, I'm down at the pond to start the week. It's time for the bi-monthly pond dyeing. Was gonna do it at the beginning of every other month. Decided to wait till after the weekend since there was a chance of rain, and it rained another inch and a tenth, inch and 2/10, something like that. So it's still wet, so it's gonna take a little while to dry up. So surely we'll get back to it one of these days. Dye the pond, trying to keep the moss under control. Just kind of shades it out so I don't have as much sunlight to grow, which isn't a problem at the moment. All right, well, that's all mixed up. That's all dumped. That'll get mixed up eventually. Need to get a time lapse for that sometime, but I don't want to pull it off the bin one of these days. Electric coating and Ribco here, replacing our main pole where all the power comes into the shop and everywhere in the bins. It's past being replaced. Can't believe it hasn't fell down yet.
Well, I'm gonna walk out here. They've already got the old pole out, Norse Electric does. It looks like they're trying to get the new one in the ground. Got her picked up. Sure glad Norse is good enough to help us with this, because it's really our pole. It's a mess, this big rigging. Hey, like they made progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you doing, Andy? Trying to find the end of the wire? That's the north end.
Make sure there's the right color too.
Going here in our dryer building for just a minute. All the wires come from the dryer stuff. Lots and lots of wiring in here, man. Looks like we'll put all of our table stuff over in this area. Testers notice to get in the way over here of the door and all that of the main control box. Well, the way the weather is, we haven't got much planted. 3,000 acres out of 12. Corn's good shape. We don't know about the beans. I think we're gonna have a lot of late corn, so we probably made a good move putting in a new dryer. But we're also building a big new bin. That may have been a bad investment for the year.
All right, next up on the agenda, when we are able to go, we're going to be ready to nitrate corn. We're going to need the tanker for that, which is up at Robinson, which needs to go on this truck, which is hooked to the detach that we moved the excavator and everything around with. I think I'm going to hook in here off the side as far as I can go. Going to need to get 6-row to where it's not buried though, in case we're ready to plant some sweet corn or small spots to replant while we're still nitrating. And with the combine for that, may move it over, move that other combine here, so we got more room. She starts. Shut the battery off so it starts next time. That one's moved. They call in, hook the tiller, and hook up 6-row. Scratch all that. David found a better spot out there to put it. This guy's got some outside furniture he's gonna be assembling.
Yeah. Someday it's gonna get sunny and hot.
That's the rumor.
We're gonna need a table.
Probably gonna be really dry at one point too.
Yeah. I bet June or July 1 or both will be very dry here.
Yep. I feel like the yearly rainfall average is always about the same. It's just when you get it. Seem to be getting it right now. Got an old generator here, just perk along, so we got power in the shop while they're messing with that stuff out there. Go up there, help David get the tender out of the shed, things move around, grease my planter, probably bring my seed tender box or seed tender back. That's the empty boxes off of on it. So we'll get them back here and off. Yeah, David's getting unhooked out there. Pond looks blue. 1.25 inches here at Robinson. Looking like an equipment dealership up here. Gonna run the 2160 and the beam planter 2160 out. And work on getting this freed up so we can get the tanker trailer out. Got beam planter and beam head in the way. And 1206. That might be it. 1206 coming out. David's here. Alright, last thing to get out of the way. The FD240 McDon. MacDon, not McDon. Out it comes. We'll go to Allendale where they FS Allendale where they mix up the solution and everything. Got on mag thing, it's great. Pump into that, then that takes it to the nitrogen applicator in the field under first 2600. All right, folding her up. She's all grease. Not a whole lot on it. Some on the 3-point, some on the steering and front suspension and lift cylinders, big fold cylinders back there on the planter. I like that. Less grease zerks than another color we used to have. That's one of the advantages. It's been a week since we planted. There is one soybean up right there. He must have been a little bit shallower. There's a worm. There's another one coming. Still alive? You doing okay? Been a rough first week for you. Yeah. A few days, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have some up here. Oh boy, here's a row of them coming. Need one, another one, another one, another one. Yeah, I think it's supposed to start drying off, I think. I hope. We'll see if we see any corn alive. No, we can see, yeah, you can see that, I think. Just starting to spike through. I stopped at a dry spot, so it's be a little better, but yep. Be up before you know it, good. Running in trucks to work on, running in trucks. Got a new 3-inch pump in for the Titanic, put fittings in that. Jay's taking these fittings off of a fill hose. I think he had some barbs showing, so they're putting those on a new one.
Over there.
We're back at the bin project now. We got JD Syracuse here from Ripco. Sean's also here from Brock. Dad's here.
Bob's your hitchhiker.
There you go. Smith Reese doing some rebar on the footer and everything. What we got going on here today?
So right now we're installing a foundation for a 78-foot 30-ring bin, roughly 325,000 bushels. The soil conditions here were pretty sandy, so we had to over-excavate the site and put in a lot of compacted row pack underneath it to get the foundation stabilized. So right now we're getting the form set up and rebar put in to pour the footer. That's scheduled to happen on Thursday morning, and then we'll come back and then start setting forms and pour the wall and get the compacted fill put back on the inside.
How
So-
thick? How far down did they have to dig, and how much pack did they have to put in?
Yeah, so right now we over excavated the site to where it's about 30 inches deeper than what it is currently right now, and it's full of rock. So there's 1,800 ton of rock currently underneath the foundation to get it stabilized to where it needs to be for the soil compaction that's needed for this size of bin.
You can see they got sump pumps set up all over. As it's rained and seeped in, they've kept the water pulled out. So this can stay firm to put the rock on. They're waiting on that side over there to dry up a little bit more now to finish packing it.
How many yards of concrete this gonna take, you know?
When we're all said and done, there'll be probably close to 350 yards of concrete.
That's those big yards too.
Yeah.
Not those little yards, that's big yards.
Okay. A lot of rebar going in, that's for sure.
There is. The bottom's got 1 inch rebar in it. You've got two different runs it, top mat and a bottom mat. And get that all formed up and poured and get the walls set, and we'll be moving forward. Hopefully by a couple of weeks we'll be ready to stack the bin up.
How many bins you got getting built right now? How many projects you guys got going on?
Right now we have about 7 right now that we're running under full construction right now. And that's all the way from getting concrete in the ground to bin erection to millwright. So it's pretty busy just trying to navigate Mother Nature and what she's giving us to keep construction going.
Yeah. The farmers still spending money
They are, yeah. Yep, it's
on storage anyways, huh?
Yep, a lot of storage still going in on site. You know, crops always getting bigger, and just gotta be able to maintain and work with what allows you to do in the fall harvest to keep things going.
I tell you, I really like that thing that ties the water.
I'd like to have one of those if I tied a lot of wire.
Yeah, those are a game changer.
You ain't kidding.
What's Brock been seeing? There's been a lot of grain bins going up across the Midwest and everywhere.
Yeah, like JD said, I mean the market is still out there. Guys are still investing in grain storage because, you know, it's one of those things that come harvest time, when you have the capacity to maintain that crop within your own parameters during harvest, you're taking control of that marketing plan and speeding up harvest a lot of times too. You know, those elevator lines are never pleasant to sit in and just kill time in during.
We'd never get done if we didn't have bins. I've talked to a couple of farmers don't have any storage away from here. They don't want to spend the money. I don't know how they ever get done because we'd never get done.
We'd still be picking.
Yeah, it'd be too wet to pick now too. So, to me, it's a must item. And some guys don't have enough storage to handle what they got. I like to have a little bit extra. That way, if it comes August or something and you've got 50,000 you didn't get priced, you can keep it if you want to. You can sell it for January. We did that one year. We kept it, sold it for Jan for 50 cents more than we'd get in August. Just held it over. So
I like the way you
extra.
think, you know that? I like the way you think.
I wonder, have you ever seen a Brock representative pushed into the footer hole?
No, I've not.
Let's keep it that way.
About all the grain bins you guys put up now, Brock's? Or
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, Brock's a great product, a great company to work with, and we've been with them since the early 80s, so it's been a great relationship between us and Brock. And you know, with a good product and great customer service, it's pretty easy to sell their products.
And I would echo that. You know, some of the secret sauce to the Brock success is dealerships like Ripco, and you know, a number of things that the value that they add on site. That's replicated across the Midwest, right, with the dealer network. So really proud of what they do day in and day out. They show it off well on their social media, and yeah, a lot of Brock goes up in the air because of these guys.
It don't matter what you do in farming, the dealers got a lot to do with it. Equipment, fertilize. Dealers have more than half your purchasing decision, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About as much as the price.
We wholeheartedly agree with that. That's why we always say, you know, find someone that you trust and that is reliable to work with. And oh, by the way, you know, if you've got a good product that they represent, all the better.
New flag up again on top of David's bin. Different brand. I can't tell you what it is. Taped up the corners a little bit more. I think maybe it caught. Might need to get the grinder up here and take that point off. But new one up. See all the water holes around. It's still wet. Eli's weed eating the pond out there. Electric company's helping Ribco get that electric project finished up. And guys are going through a bunch of old tires that we don't use anymore. Gonna sell them. A lot of tires. A lot of implements that we don't have anymore, so we don't need those tires. Well, I've been servicing my truck today, washing, cleaning out the inside. Fix this thing a little bit with some JB Weld. It looks like it's not gonna hold. Well, it might. We'll see. These things aren't big enough for corn stalks to get over. Or high enough for corn stalks to get over. Electric company's all done. Ribco's been here. I don't think they're quite done, but boy, they got a lot of it. So, gonna be nice in here. A lot of different stuff comes with it. Well, that's just a little update what it looks like in here now. Really, look at that corn. Took the Buck EXT. I think that's what they call this. Deere made these for a little bit. Yeah, anyways, as always, ran real great. Jared got it running. Just cleaned it up a little bit. Carburetors and such. Jets. And it ran down here. Hopefully I don't get stranded. Got a culvert here that's got washed in. All the water. It's covered up. Stalks. So we get this uncovered. That corn, once you get it up, it's fine till it gets about V5 or whenever it quits living off the seed, starts living off the land, and then get hurt again. So make sure this water drains in case it stays wet, which it might. Good chance of rain today. Hopefully we miss it. I'd really like to work this weekend. Well, that was down there deeper than I thought, but I got dug off and a trench to it, so that ought to help. Well, back in the dump truck out of the shop. I had it in here yesterday. Replaced some lights. Weren't working. Third signal that was about to fall off, and some mounts for some hood mounts for it to shut on. I'm gonna head over to David's to try and get one load of sand out of there. I think I can get the dump truck. Well, I know I can get in. I hope I can get it out. I might need a pull. We'll see. I hope not. I think I can make it. We'll find out. Still hauling in more fill. These guys working down here. It's too dang wet. It's the problem. They even tried raking it, tried dry it out a little bit, got pumps going. Got a heck of a pile of sand here, so I'm gonna take one load for the Lawrenceville Little League to have to fill in some holes. Made it in. Hopefully I can make it out. All right, load it up. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah, no problem. They got two fields they use for baseball up here. This is kind of the backup one the older kids get on. Used to be the old high school one. Texaco Refiner used to be over there. It's not here no more. It moved. Well, they need some holes to fill in, so I had some here from other guys. That one had a little rock in it. I don't think they're gonna use, so looks like my tarp didn't roll up all the way, but dump her off here. There she goes. Better hop in, pull up. brought the backhoe out here where these little beans are. Did you see that? Goodness, that thing's about as long as a snake. But probably see this wet streak through here. This ditch has ran over. It's not very far of the road where it's good, so it's not a very good job. It's a quick job, it's a backhoe job. Still use an excavator job, but was about to run over still, and it hasn't rained for like 3 days. But it's down lower now, still water in it, but I don't think I'll run over. Dammed it up a little bit. Probably quit raining since I did this, but hey, if that's what it takes, that's what we'll do. No planting this week, but it is starting to dry up, even though there's 70% chance of rain on Monday. I think Eli, Jared, David's gonna pick up some chunks tomorrow, working irrigations in Indiana. Garrett and Jay may be able to spray in the afternoon. We're hoping maybe we can plant some Sunday. Don't know, we'll just have to see. Now checking ground. Found a wet spot. Neighbor pulling us out. I came over to get the SD card off this. I just got my phone. Just give you a little bit more of a bin update. They've actually dug the fill out where the footer is because they can't get it to dry up. They're letting it dry over the weekend, and they're gonna smooth it back over Monday, pack her down, try and pour it, but it's supposed to rain Monday, so we'll see how that goes. We went and looked around. They're gonna try to spray this afternoon, and we're gonna try and plant tomorrow, tomorrow, Sunday. And then there's like a 90% chance of rain Monday, so might just get one more day again. So I know it's Mother's Day, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Well, no time lapse. I don't know. There's nothing on the SD card. I must have had something wrong on it. Anyways, get it back going next week. And I'll see you next week.